I completely forgot my phone, so I don't know the matches for tomorrow, which sucks.
I got you.
Blast.
Actually, I looked at them before.
There's no way you remember them.
Memories. First one is
If you don't get the first one,
Dogao versus Daut.
Daut?
Yes.
Yes. But hold on, we're getting ahead of ourselves because actually we have to do a recap of day 2 as well.
True.
That's like the main thing. And actually we brought T90, who's not in a suit, but still looking clean. And we want to ask T90 a few questions from his perspective as a caster. Yeah? And my main one is, what do you think of Daut's performance? Start with that one.
Start off with a banger.
That one has to be talked about. And I'll tell you some behind the scenes of what I heard Daut talking about. It's really funny. But what do you think about Daut's performance so far?
I mean, it's kind of what you get with Daut, right? I think that I can tell you're ready to speak right now. I mean, it's been disappointing, right? But historically with Daut, it's like you have these wins and it's like, oh man, the chef's been in the kitchen, he's cooked up some good stuff. But the downside of that is there's also a stretch that you just have to question big time. I knew his confidence was high against Vinch. So having spoken to Daut before that series, I was surprised how confident he was. Mm-hmm. But I thought about it and it's just like Daut's been playing for 20 years. He hasn't faced up and lost against Vinch enough to maybe have a fear or at least like a track record. So I was thinking Vinch was going to destroy him because I think Vinch has been in better shape. So I just think Daut really has been in questionable shape.
Yeah, so that's kind of a similar thought I had. Like I was thinking like, okay, Daut, he was feeling good before every set. Like he slept like 15 hours, then he came and rested today.
He feels good before every set, no matter if he's facing the GOAT or like, it doesn't matter who he faces. Confidence is always there.
That's what I'm thinking as well, but I feel like he actually got a little unlucky. Like his form has been questionable, but there's a few things like typical Daut mistakes, like my editor can throw it up right now, the conks going in, the 2 conks that went in, I think I saw that.
That's not unlucky though.
That is true.
That's not lucky. I was like saying it 5 minutes before it happened.
Yeah. And it just feels like he was like carelessly making the castle a couple of tiles back, didn't wall, didn't expect it. Yeah, careless is how it is.
I'm pretty sure I watched him draft from the back, right? I think he forgot humans. He was like, when the first pick comes in, you ban 4 saves, 8 saves are banned, and then the other guy has first pick because Vinchester has high seed, and he was like.
So
I think from that point onwards, after the first pick, the draft was already a mess. It went off plan already.
Is that why you went Mongols? When High Tides is there, he goes Mongols on Citadel?
Yeah,
wait, he went Mongols on Citadel? We played one warm-up game and he lost it to me.
Mongols it was Mongols versus Byzantines.
Oh,
and with High Tides was on the draft.
Oh, that's brutal. Yeah, it's like it's funny because we played it in practice like just before his set, and he lost that one and still went in.
I want to tell you something though. Yeah. Like there's been instances. I remember. I forget what event. It was a series versus Tatoh. God, I wish I remember. But it was like 3 years ago, right?
Yeah.
And he explained. I was like, explain that pick there, and he was like, well, he's like, I played versus Tatoh, so I knew he'd expect that. But then I thought maybe he'd expect that I'd expect that. And literally, like Daut creates this like road that takes 16 turns, and it's this epic mind game. And I think he does that. I think he thinks, well, Vinchester would expect me to go Mongols on High Tide, so I'm going to go Mongols here. And then it just sometimes it looks bad. You know?
That's so funny because I often tell him like you had the perfect plan, but then you went like two more steps. Tone it down a little, and then you're perfect.
Yeah.
I think I saw him write down the saves for each map, right? Because he had like the draft. It looked decent to me. Like I thought Mongols with Citadel was fine because like. You're supposed to win that matchup, even against Byzantines, I believe, in some degree at least.
What do you think of Heartt's performance so far?
Okay, Heartt's performance. So we spent like 5 minutes on Daut. We'll go through the other ones rather quickly. But for me, Hearttt, I think he's playing better in practice than in the sets. And I want to see what you thought watching / casting his game.
I mean, I've only watched practice sessions over the shoulder. Mm-hmm. I think Heartt's played really good, honestly. I think moments here or there maybe changed a couple of these games. There's been some players here who just really have not got off to a start at all. I don't think Heartt's one of them. Yeah, I also think Hearttt, who's the first person he played against? It was Liereyy, right? And I think I would guess that that's a bit of a low confidence matchup because of practice games and how he like sees you in terms of the pecking order and styles. And then Yo, I think will be disappointed by because I think matchup wise he would have felt comfortable, but I find Hearttt is not comfortable sometimes if it's not a player who plays a similar style. Hearttt really likes to know what the opponent's going to do, expect it, and outperform. And with Yo, you never know what he's going to do. And it's like completely different than anyone he practiced with, I bet.
Yeah, and I will say, just to that as well, I think out of the 3 O2s that we have, Dogao, Daut, and Hearttt, I think Hearttt is the one that has the most potential from here on out.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Like Dogao came in with no expectations, but then also didn't surprise. So he is kind of down bad. There is still hope for everyone, just for the viewers watching. If either of those players, Daut, Dogao, or Hearttt, go 3 wins in a row, they're in, guaranteed.
Or even 2 wins.
If they win 2, one guy will be
There's
in with 2.
a chance,
yeah, you
yeah.
have a small chance. So everyone still has a fighting chance, but I feel like out of the O2s, Heartt's probably the one to do it.
Yes.
I think drafting has been an issue as well.
For Hearttt, or just in
Yeah.
general?
For hard. Especially drafting. I also realized that when he played against me, I had like 4 better matchups in 5 games.
Yeah.
And also today, I think he mispicked some sifts. I think it was Magyars.
Yeah, he picked
Remember?
Magyars too early,
Magyars.
never used them. That happened like
Yeah.
twice in training as well.
Some things that, you know, if you lack them, it's like, it kind of adds up on top
Yeah,
of
yeah.
all the other things.
What was the best set today from
Be-
anyone's perspective?
Best set of the day. I would say Liereyy Viper. I was super into that one.
Yeah.
Close.
I've never got so excited over a scout not scouting a barracks in the last like 2 years. Like I was flipping out on high tides because like Liereyy scouting is perfect. Viper scout wasn't there. Holy yeah, it was great. It was great.
But also the deer, was it in that set, the deer that was bodying a villager? Did you see that?
I did not
that was,
see that.
That was good. Yeah, that was good. Yeah.
I'm gonna have the clip on you. That was just hilarious. Like the deer absolutely bodied a villager for like
Yeah.
2 minutes.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
And based on that set, how do we feel about Viper's performance so far?
He played solid today. I mean, I can't say from his point of view, but he felt pretty strong, felt pretty sharp.
Yeah, for me, I played against him in practice a few times, like especially first day, and he beat me a lot. Like it was like 3-1 or something like that. I think he's also playing well on stage. Like I don't think he should be too disappointed after today.
Yeah, I think he's playing really good. But my criticisms of Viper over the last like maybe year or 2 or 2.5 is lack of consistency. I felt the consistency was very good overall, and he didn't have a big drop off, which sometimes he can have. But at least like compared to Liereyy, this is more of a compliment to Liereyy. He fell off in game 5 big time in terms of like knowing exactly what that next follow up is on high tides. So I was like freaking out. Dude, like scouting is my favorite thing in the game, right? That's why all the maps I create have all these different options. And like Lierey's like scouting the second dock, he's seeing the barracks, the range, and then I'm like, where's Viper scout? And I expected him to have seen it already. He didn't even know the barracks was up and the range was already up on his second archer. So like that to me, because of how Liereyy played it, I was like, that's criminal. Like that needs to happen. Obviously Viper knows this, but that's like the only thing. But that's the thing with Viper is like there's a game or two, and since he plays against you, Hera, I'm like that game broke Viper, you know, and so you got to try and avoid that if you want to win the whole thing. So
T90 said to Liereyy that if he keeps up this performance, he might take it all.
Ooh.
that's not what I said. Okay, eavesdropper. That's not what I said. I'll tell you exactly what I said, eavesdropper. She's like looking at it. She's looking into the corner, you know. No. So I was like, hell of a series to Liereyy. Lierey's like, thanks. He's like, there's one guy doing it better. This is after your win. And I was like, yeah, but it's like with the way you're playing, you can beat anybody. That's what I said. I did, however, in my predictions, predict Liereyey first. And Hera
I saw
second.
that actually. What the hell?
Yeah, this is after I told Timon prediction is Hera first. Everybody else I don't know.
I'm getting sold out.
But
This is terrible news for Liereyy.
no, but I was creative, and I seriously was not expecting that level, so it was good.
Yeah.
What was the question?
Doesn't
Is
matter.
there a question?
Okay. No, I do believe that. Like, and if you look at, it's not like, yeah, the history. Like, if you look at the games won and lost, it's like probably dead even. You know.
Yeah, I mean,
It's so close. It's always like a game or two difference between you two. So.
yeah, and just to give something back with Liereyy, took a lot away right now. Just a little bit away. I'll give a little bit back though. I think like I had you as number 2 seed. You didn't even have yourself as number 2 seed. Like you needed some testosterone, some confidence. He put Viper as seed number 2. I put him seed number 2. I think he is the probably best or top 2, me and him, on these kind of mixed map settings. But it's very close because of how good Tatoh, Viper, and even Yo, despite a shaky start, I'd say Yo are on these settings as well. So that's kind of like my feelings about it. But I do want to recap tomorrow. So basically there's 3 O2s, there's 3 2-0s, and there's a few 1-1s. There's 4 1-1s. So we're going to check the matchups tomorrow. We need you to
Second matchup.
run us through that.
Our second matchup is, let me think. Yeah, I saw them before.
We're still on first one though.
No, the first one we have.
First one's Daut Dogao. Second series is then Viper ACCM.
Viper ACCM, I told you. Like.
Viper Series 2. Wow, that's really shocking. Normally you have them at the end. Okay, we'll start with Daut Dogao. So for me, that's a do or die, straight up.
Yeah, I think it has to be.
Yeah, it is.
And I think both players need a little bit of belief as well. So
Yes.
even from that standpoint.
Yeah, 100%.
What did Dogao say about his run in the tournament?
He said that he just wanted to play the games and leave. Like he wanted to play 3 sets and leave. That was his day one like predictions for himself. He had no confidence. I've talked to him since then, and he basically said, yeah, he thinks he's playing well, like he's playing okay, but doesn't feel like he's got that confidence for that big comeback.
Yeah.
But then again, I'm not feeling it from Daut either. So I think that set, like you said, it's going to give a little bit of hope to whoever.
You can't lose 2 sets. Everyone else is winning sets and feel good. So.
Yeah, exactly.
To some degree, like, Dogao is very realistic, it feels like. Because, like, yeah, he might not have the confidence in quotes, but realistically, he hasn't been like a top 8, what was it, top 8 or top 6 S-tier event for like years now, I believe. So it's just realistic that, you know, he's been playing very well lately, so he qualified
he's
for
always,
this event.
I think his mindset has never been like above where he's actually at.
On the confidence topic, ACCM said that he wanted at least top 4. Do we think based on his performance that's doable?
Well, we have ACCM Viper for set 2. If that's doable, I think he's going to have to start popping off because he started off with a loss against me, but that's still fine. He should have good bull calls
That's
with
good.
me if I continue to do well in the tournament. Viper is another guy that we expect to do well. So even if ACCM loses, I argue he's still in a good spot.
Thing is, if he wants top 4, he has to beat Viper or you or me or someone else.
At some point.
So,
yeah.
you know, Buchholz is good and all, but like if you don't win the sets, you're still down the sets. So.
But like ACCM is the reigning champion. Like he won the last tournament, which is Wandering Warriors, which is a fairly like solid tournament, right? It's obviously a different format, but it's still reasonable.
Different format. I think he probably travels further than everyone, is in a completely different time zone than everyone. And these factors have always been a thing for him. I think I have him in my top 6. But yeah, he's going to eventually have to face one of you guys, so we'll see. I mean, I think top 4 is a little bit of a stretch because right now I feel like there's 4 players who are above the rest. So just like, I think you got you 2, you got Viper, and you got Vinchester in my mind.
Oh, wow.
Who personally, I feel are a step up.
Sick. So yeah, ACCM Viper tomorrow, I think it could go realistically either way, but probably a slight favorite to Viper, but ACCM would be fine either way. The third side of the day is
Tatoh Hearttt?
Tatoh Hearttt. That's a really good one. So basically what happened here is that Hearttt up paired, which is good and bad. It's good in the sense that he will be playing a guy that has higher like tiebreakers if he goes to the Buchholz system. Which helps him squeeze if he wins 2. But if he loses this, then he's got no hope. Like he's got last chance, no more losses.
I actually think he still has some hopes, even if he loses this, but he has to win the last 2, and I think it's true. Because then he theoretically has me with decent Buchholz, then he has Yo, who's potentially doing very well as well, and Tatoh. So like basically 3 top 5 players him into his tournament. And then if he wins the last 2 rounds, it's actually good. And in the last 2 rounds, he will face.
There will be a tough opponent there. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So he's gonna have to like pop off at some point. It's a good opportunity though. I've seen Hearttt and Tatoh at a similar level recently, but it's gonna have to be like a little bit tighter from Hearttt to beat Tatoh out.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Fourth matchup.
Liereyy.
Oof, that's a good one. I think Yo had a slow start, but Yo's the kind of guy to pick it up. Thoughts?
I'm gonna get dogged tomorrow in every way possible. I can already see it. Like villagers forward. There will be demos exploding probably. There will be skirm, scouts, towers, siege on my ass. Like I'm calling it right here.
Okay. Thoughts?
I mean, what confidence from this guy? No, I listen. I think Liereyy plays like you two have a style which I consider like optimal AoE. Yo's got like the style which can keep you guessing a little bit. But I think like with the way the map pool is and the way the draft works, I don't think there's as much that could surprise you guys this tournament. So I think if you stick to your game, I think Lierey's the favorite. I think Yo is not going to die when he should die and stay alive and frustrate you, but I think you still win, yeah.
Yeah, I would just say advice: don't let Yo get all the momentum. Like try to get the first punch. I think you'll win. That's like just how I read that matchup.
Just win.
Yeah, just
win.
win. So that brings us to the last and final set. So it's me, Vinchester. I haven't reviewed any of Vinchester's games yet. He did beat me in chess though. I was really salty. He beat me twice in a row in over the board chess. He was so good. It was so much fun though. I had a good time. but I have to make sure I get him back to more in AoE. Thoughts on the matchup in general?
I think it should be pretty good. It's actually the first time, like everyone likes to talk about hiding strategies, but it's actually the first time where I'm like, if maybe you or Vinchester might want to keep one in the bag. Because if you lose, your Buholtz is amazing, and then you both like are probably still in a good position to potentially get top 2 to get a semifinal spot. So I think you're the favorite, especially the way you played today. You were just like, come and stop me, like what are you going to do, no matter what you send my way. With Vinchester, his creativity is going to make him or break him. I think if he tries to be too creative and do too many crazy things and take too many risks, like Tatoh's game 1 strategy today, maybe it's a little too extreme, and then, you know, scouts run in through your base and you die. I would say you're the favorite, but I'm very curious on the draft and the strategy. So.
Yeah. No, I think I see Vinchester as a really dangerous player. Historically, by the way, I've always thought he was like better than what you'd expect from him. Always, for me, like I think I rate him higher than everyone else rates him, and he's having a good tournament so far. Larry, we'll get your thoughts on it.
What you guys said. That's good.
Same thing. Great. And I just want to end this video actually with one question to T90. I just want to know, how do you feel about the suit casting?
Is Gamer Legion gonna watch this?
I don't think so.
It's so warm, dude. And like the suits didn't fit, and it's so unflattering, and it's just one of them I look like a gigolo or something I'm supposed to wear. I mean, it's not my favorite. I respect the fact that they're sticking to a theme. I think it looks great, like from a theme standpoint, it's great. But like to go from like chilling or lounging with the boys to like dressing up, it's not my favorite. But if another one happens, that'd be great.
Good.
Gio's not watching.
Also, the best part about that is that every morning I wake up to a Marguko tweet about you. He's always trying to clown you one way or another.
So the funny story on that is like when they did the video with you guys to announce it.
Yeah.
I messaged Timon and said, because they were already talking to me, I was like, please tell me we're not wearing suits, right? Normally Timon responds like right away, and he didn't respond for a while. I'm like, oh no. I was like, he's trying to find out a way to let me down lightly. But no, I mean, actually, I've had worse costumes.
Yeah.
Because wearing the potato sacks at Red Bull in the hot sun is also very tricky.
Why do they're always putting casters in something or another?
Also, it looks fancy and all the viewers, and like it looks great from the player's perspective as well. And then we just come here, homeless shirts, homeless t-shirts. And
I thought you guys would be dressed up as well. But then I thought, I was like, if I'm grinding AoE and had to wear that, that would be brutal. So
yeah.
But it's not too bad. I'm just being dramatic.
The funniest contrast is when I came by, I had to walk past the camera. I had like pizza stained pants and like fruit juice everywhere, and it was horrendous. Like everyone's in suits. I walked past, it was a total mess.
free pizzas as well for themselves.
Yes. But yeah, I think this is it's a great day 2 recap. Guys, check out the tournament on the Gamer Legion channel. We're gonna link it in a comment below. And thank you T90 and Liereyy for joining me. And we're gonna give a thumbs up for the video.
Oh.
We're gonna check out T90 on YouTube channel. Have you guys heard of him? And check out Liereyy on Instagram.
On Instagram.
Especially if you're part of the female.
Am I giving a thumbs up, or are you telling them the thumbs
No,
up?
everyone. Like you just put thumbs up.
Thumb up?
Thumb up.
There's no thumb up on Instagram.
What if we do reverse psychology?
Instagram.
What if we do reverse
Go like.
psychology?
It's like a hard like.
Then reverse psychology. They might dislike the video because some of them don't read that. I would give thumbs up.
Okay.
Like the video. Check out his Instagram. Check out YouTube. I'll see you next time. Peace.